Got that workout fever, yeah, yeah. Alright guys, what's happening? Welcome to a edition of the Fit Freak Project. No, I don't know what I'm calling this yet, but I'm going over right now on the teres minor and the lat release with the mobility ball. Okay, this is really important before anything overhead or any presses, bench press, overhead press, anything like that. Also, it's just going to help you in general. Most people's teres minor and lats are pretty tight, and it's restricting a lot of your motion. Okay, so I'm just placing that ball right on the wall, right where I was showing you a second ago, and then I'm breathing in, holding it, and then exhaling on the way up, and exhaling up, breathing back in on the way down, and exhaling back up. Okay, breathe in, exhale up. And you notice I'm only going to 90 degrees. There's no need to go any lower than that. Okay, it's going to put your shoulder in a concave position, and we don't need to do that at all. It's going to cause more internal rotation, and that's the last thing we want to do when trying to release the teres minor and the lat. You can see I'm getting a little pain face over there. Sorry for the angle. I'm going to work on this in the future, getting better angles. I was using the GoPro. I'm not a fan of this wide angle lens, but I didn't want to just trash the video for no reason. So also you're going to go to the other arm. Don't forget about your other arm. You have two of them, okay? And again, when you're finding that trigger point on the wall, I'm really feeling it. Okay, when you're finding it on the wall there, you got to move around a little bit. Now I'm about an inch to 2 inches, off the wall. And notice where my feet are. Again, I'm not really too keen on like perfect feet position. Obviously, just keep your feet forward and don't have them like curved or anything like that, because you will be applying pressure into the wall, and you don't want to have your knees collapse or your hips get out of function there. And same thing, starting with the breath, exhaling on the way up, breathing in on the way down. Okay, so do both sides. I've also been having some trouble with my right shoulder, so I'm working on some external rotation here. That's not a must to warm up. Do it if you want to. Yeah, having some fun. Next thing's up. Okay, the lats. Now you definitely need to be rolling the lats for sure. We were just hitting them a little bit with the mobility ball, but again, I really prefer the foam roller because it's more dense and obviously bigger mass, because the lats are such a big muscle. We want to cover that. I'm really using smaller oscillations. That's what I'm doing with my fingers there. Do like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then slowly move up the surface area. Okay, now next up, pectoralis major and the minor. So again, you have to know your anatomy a little bit to really hit these the best. So the major really is going to be going horizontally or laterally across your body. And so you want to position the foam roll going the other way. You want to go in the opposite direction of the fibers, okay? So I'm trying to go vertically on my chest there. This is one of those really awkward movements. It never looks good. Anybody that does this on the floor knows what I'm talking about. And then I'm also going to hit the minor too, and that's going to be a sideways motion because the minor actually goes a little vertical. Okay, here's another view. And again, I'm really reaching out there, and again, you're trying to avoid that anterior delt, okay, that front piece of your delt. There's 3 parts of your delt, and that front piece really gets close, so you want to try to leave that out of it. And you can see I'm going right under that because you're going to get under the tissue of the pec major and find the minor in there, okay? You might have to sit there for a little bit and let it compress in. Okay, next thing's up is the T-spine. So I like to cross my arms there, really get inside. You're moving those shoulder blades out of the way, keeping the butt just barely off the ground because you want to apply the most pressure back there as you can. And again, smaller oscillations. I really didn't do the best job. I was kind of in a rush. And then again, I'm going through each vertebrae, T-spine, boom, really making sure I'm keeping that neck in a good place, no forward or back posture, okay? You can even grab it. I've seen a lot of different positions with this. And just really try to work that extension through the back of your upper spine, your T-spine. This is your thoracic spine. Oh yeah. Okay, and then I like to roll it up again. Now again, you shouldn't really be taking too much time on this, okay? You're rolling in and out, and moving down. You can move a little to the right, a little to the left if you find some areas that find discomfort in, okay? But you shouldn't be doing like just the T-spine for 5 minutes or anything like that. I do it a little longer here just for the video's sake, okay? And then I'm gonna go drop back. This is one of my favorite ones, just to like kind of test how I'm feeling. Really drop each arm back, just like I'm doing an overhead squat on the floor, and really drop that head into good position. Not too far back though, obviously. I really should be making a double chin for perfect posture. And then again, as I'm correcting, there is my rib cage. I'm keeping that rib cage sucked down, okay? You do not want it to be flaring up. It's a huge mistake. See it all over the place. If you do that, it'll really help. Next. Okay, so we're back to the wall. See, I like this position a lot better. So these are my shoulder articulations. You get about an inch away from the wall, and again, it depends on how much mobility you have in your shoulders. So you might have to take a couple inches away from the wall, okay? And you're tracing the wall, trying not to touch the wall. If you have to touch the wall at a certain place, that's fine, okay? But the idea is to keep your shoulders nice and straight. I'm leaning back slightly on my right arm, but you really should be straight up as much as possible. I think this view is kind of tricky. And then again, you're making sure that rib cage isn't flaring up again, okay? And you're just going through that motion. I really like these just to get my shoulder girdle warmed up more and get that rotator cuff nice and warm. Oh yeah. And these really do feel great. Alright, now we're jumping into the workouts. Now, I was dealing with some headaches, so I did a really light, just overhead, I did a really light landmine press workout. I guess I didn't do super lightweight, again, because I was working with the shoulder issue for the last couple months, and I'm slowly adding some weight in there. So I added up some weight today, but I really was just staying with reps of 5, really focusing on my posture there. You can see me correcting again where my rib cage is. Got a soft knee, okay, so you're not squatting, but it's a soft knee, so you got a slight bend. So you're really just trying to use that upper body strength, okay? This is just my warm-up sets. I do anywhere from 5 to 10, okay, when I'm doing reps of 5. All right, first things up, got a 25 loaded. You should always, oh, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Okay, so there's going to be a platform usually to do the landmine press, or you're going to have somebody assist you to get into that position. And if you don't, like I don't, or I just don't care because I'm showing you bad form. No, it's just better. You got to be careful pulling that out of the landmine position. You got to deadlift it up with some force and get into a safe position because you don't want to yank in your shoulder. Okay, as you can see, I'm doing 5 on each side. Again, really focusing on form. My right shoulder actually felt really good. Besides the headaches, I was feeling really good. And then again, in between sets, I'm resting. Again, this is more of a strength workout, and I'm really just hitting the CNS pretty easy. So I'm just working on my push-ups again. I really am working on not feeling it in my right shoulder, working on that scapular movement and really getting through my serratus anterior. So I'm just doing a couple little exercises here, some yoga downward dogs coming out of the push-up, just to kind of warm it up. And again, I'm just trying to feel around how my shoulder is feeling. Okay, this isn't something you necessarily have to add into your workouts to get a better workout or anything like that. I just kept this in here again to show you can kind of mess around a little bit, get that shoulder moving better, more properly while you're waiting. If you're trying to, grease the groove like Pavel says, to get a little stronger. Boom, baby! Surprise! Who did that? Okay, so next set, gotta get a little pre-dance in. Now, the shirt came off, so we're getting serious. So I got two plates on there, 25 plates. Okay, so 50 pounds, still not a ton of weight, but again, I got that right shoulder that's been bothering me. So it actually didn't bother me at all today, so I feel great about that. And again, I'm just going through 5 on each side. And one thing that I don't do as often as I should is the opposite arm here should be making a fist. You should be kind of corkscrewing that shoulder back and making a fist to really generate tension all throughout the body. You can actually see me dipping down slightly into my left side there if you replay that. And that could be, the head is really bothering me. So new angle. And again, I'm adding on a little more weight. Next set, 15 pounds. So, working with 65 pounds. Again, not too much for me, but again, I'm really working back into the shoulder exercises. I hadn't worked out my shoulders by themselves. Honestly, I couldn't tell you when, probably 6, maybe 9 months ago, since I did like a shoulder exercise or workout complex. So I'm really just being very cognizant of my form and making sure I'm getting that scapular movement across my serratus anterior and trying not to use my upper traps too much. And again, setting it down with that deadlift form. Yeah, buddy. Alright, another set. I didn't want to add any more weight. Again, I was feeling good, but I wasn't feeling that good where I wanted to really push myself too much, because again, I want to make sure that my right shoulder heals 100% before I really get into some serious weight. But again, this is a good push. I'm happy with this. And again, I was really just working on some CNS involvement, doing a light workout, because again, I was feeling that headache. I had some really bad sleep, and I think that was part of it. Got a humidifier last night, and I slept so much better. So I think that was it. And I haven't had headaches today, so that's great. So again, watching that form, just a soft knee, and really getting stiff throughout that body, rib cage down. And then I thought I'd just kind of mess around, usually with my kettlebell shoulder presses. That's when I get the most pain. So I'm doing my right side first where I have that shoulder issue, and it felt amazing. Checking that full body tension, pressing up. I was just using a 45. I didn't want to go super heavy again. But even with the 45, 2 weeks ago, I would have felt this big time. That acromion just knocking in internal rotation on the shoulder. Felt great. I just did 2 again. I was just playing around, having a little bit of fun here. I was finishing my workout, if you can call it that. No, you can definitely call it that for sure. I never want anybody to discount their workout. Just getting it in it's what it's all about. Some days you can't go crazy hard, and that's fine. Okay, just messing around with my swing again, getting the feel for it. Now, I really shouldn't have done this next one, but I did some bottom-up holds. Again, I wanted to feel how that rotator cuff was holding up. And you can see I'm almost at 90 degrees. 2 weeks ago, I couldn't have done that with 15 pounds without really feeling it. And again, most people are going to tell you with the rotator cuff, you don't need to be doing it. But anyways, lifting life, baby. Get after it. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm going to work on this audio and this video a little more and bring you guys my workouts. Now I'm going to leave you with this beautiful little piece. Doop-bop, doop-doop-bop, boop-bop, doop-doop-bop, bop, doop-bop. Ready, set. Oh, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Oh, where's he going to go? Pose. Alright guys, have a beautiful day. Live life as always. I'll see you guys soon.